Hello and welcome to Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast starring me, Tanjourner.
Stonjourner.
Now you say Stonjourner. It's funny because I speak and write in English, and the way I spell stone, I say it's stone, and the way I spell stone is Stone.
Mm-hmm. But
this guy's name is Stonjourner.
Stonjourner. Do you want me to? You want me to look it up? See what Cerebi says? Cerebi?
Well, no, I'm just telling you from someone who speaks and writes in English. When I'm looking at Stonjourner's name,
I'm seeing
Stonjourner.
I'm seeing that the pronunciation is Stonjourner.
Maybe it would be Stonjourner, if anything.
Stonjourner.
Like you know?
And if you look at it, I don't know if you've gotten a close look at it, but it's a pile of big stones.
Well, and Stonehenge, right?
I think that's clear.
AKA
we don't have to debate that one.
Tanner Greenring, and I'm joined as always by my co-host Stonjourner. And now I do want to get back into this one.
Did we have to just come up with those nicknames? AKA, did I have to even step in and come up with them for Tanner about 2 seconds before this episode? Yes. But was Stonjourner a highlight and a low light of this past leg? Yes, also.
For me, I would say it was neither a highlight nor a low light.
More of a highlight for you than a low light, I would say.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I think it was all a low light
square
for me.
In the middle. Yeah, it was like, I guess I had to go grab my Switch when you're like, hey, get on so I can send you this Stonjourner.
Yeah.
And I did have to fly back to the Pokemon Center so I could rename Galarian Ponyta into whatever you wanted it to be renamed into.
Yeah, which you already had. So
but now I've raised the thing.
You didn't really have to spend...
it's okay.
I
would say it's okay.
You're not loving it?
It's fine. We'll get to it.
It's not your favorite Pokemon? One of your favorite friends? Spent over 3 hours in the fucking snow trying to catch that thing with a 2% rate? Fighting a bunch of the Mr. Mimes? And the ice cream cone one? The baby ice cream cone? And the Snoms? Don't even get me started on that. And the Sneasels?
Yeah.
Because you wanted it so desperately.
I wouldn't say it's competitive. It's not something that's going to feature predominantly in my team when we fight later. I mean, it might, because I've got you on levels.
Yeah, because I had to spend most of my week that I had time to play Pokemon on Route 10 trying to catch that damn thing. And all of my Pokemon suffered for it. And me, mentally.
Well, Drew England appreciates the outreach. It feels as though you've kind of gone out of your way to give me a gift that is something you really worked for, and something that only comes from you and your homeland. And that really means something to Drew England. And I guess next time you're here, I'll buy you a 12-pack of Sam Adams.
That's it. I was thinking maybe you make that
it's like a
shiny Lopunny into a nice coat for me. I'm
not sending you my shiny Lopunny. Get out of here.
I do want something from you. I do want something from you. I don't know about that Ponyta.
Joshua, let's talk about Route 9 before we get back to the wild area.
All right.
Because we're sort of led there.
We are railroaded
coming out of
right after
Sir Chester. Or not Sir Chester.
Spikemuth.
Like ages ago. Spikemuth. Yeah,
because there's tomfoolery and chaos afoot.
You're told, hey, go take the tunnel on Route 9 to get back to Hammerlocke. And you're like, okay, I guess I will.
Well,
it's pretty short. It's there's a little bit of a thing here, and then you go into a tunnel, and there's a crowd of people, and you kind of have to push your way through.
Yeah, and they're all gawking at something, and you get out on the other side, and you find out that Pokemon are randomly Dynamaxing, uncontrollably. And then we
imagine
get a
that
big
that
rant.
Would destroy, think of how many buildings must be destroyed across Kanto. What are we in?
Well, and Kanto? What? Yeah, and also, I mean, the property damage also, based on their behavior in the wild area, they also just run amok. So if they're really Dynamax, wouldn't they just be stomping on
Hornier.
people?
Yeah.
Whether in a horny way or non-horny way?
Saying the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, some people like that. I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum.
We're in triage, though, Joshua. No one knows what's going on or why Pokemon are Dynamaxing. We've just been tasked by Leon, the Leon, champion of Kalos,
Are you just trolling me now? At least you know the names of a variety of regions we've played.
Kalos is pretty close to Galar, in my defense on that one.
I guess. Like, on the map, yeah.
Galar, Kalos, come on.
I mean, they would have, well, we already suspect that the Darkest Day is something that translated across Kalos triage. And Galar.
Like, the emergency is still transpiring, okay?
But they won't let us help.
Crush some Dynamax Pokemon. No, we can't do it.
No.
We're children.
Yeah, it's like, canonically, it makes sense that Leon and Magnolia are like, no, you got to keep going on your gym challenge and, like, make sure that you're up for it.
You have a dragon trainer to fight.
But, and I don't know. I think maybe we'll find out how it impacts it. I literally don't remember. I know I do remember one big set piece that's coming up, but keeping all of the, like, criminal stuff until the post game basically is interesting, and I don't really know how I feel about it.
You don't like Team Yell?
No, I mean how we have not had any criminal HQ. We haven't done anything.
This one
with
just
them.
Doesn't have one.
Yeah,
this is the Galar region. It doesn't have like a criminal underbelly.
All squeaky clean.
There is one picture of Leon standing in front of a big Galarian Meowth that he's downed, which is not how Dynamaxing even works.
Excuse me? Where is this picture?
I didn't even capture it, but it's in one of the like cutscenes as you're going through the bridge. It's like a newspaper photo of Leon standing in front of a big Galarian Meowth.
Oh,
that he's down, a Dynamaxed one, but it's fainted.
Is it the long cat one, or is that only when you bring in the Kanto Meowth?
No, it's like the little Viking one.
Yeah,
the Viking one's pretty cute in its own way, though.
Berserker.
We're back at Hammerlocke. We've been here before. Now we're coming in from the east. I don't know what you did, Joshua. I immediately beelined for the great Galar playground, the wild area.
Oh, you didn't? I did the gym first. I was like, I'm just getting it over with.
No, absolutely not. I had to go out to the wild area and get some stuff done.
You had the Call of the Wild again. Call of the Wild area.
Let's talk about some of our favorite competitions that you and I like to compete against one another on.
Well, we can skip through those probably this week. Probably not.
And that the bug catchers like to compete with us on to earn stickers.
At least a couple of them.
If we can, if the people at Sticker Mule can if their sticker presses can even keep up at this point. You should see the text message conversations I have with the Sticker Mule people. They're like, stop ordering so many stickers. I was like, well, everyone keeps submitting their scores.
Yeah, we got to get CEO John Sticker Mule on the fucking line because you got to clean this up. We're getting hounded left and right.
What is it going to take? Get another sticker press in there. Keep them coming. Circuit number 2, as we discussed last
we can
week.
at least announce.
Circuit, by the way.
We're going to give the winning prize for the first circuit.
Yeah, it was so hard to choose.
Actually, let me check the numbers.
It was down
here.
to like milliseconds. That's how many entries we had.
Now, did Tim All at Tim Horton 89 on Twitter? Did Tim All beat either of our scores from the first circuit?
Scores?
Not of our old. Beat your old score, not mine.
Okay, well that doesn't
52,865. So well
Beats
done,
me.
Tim. We will be contacting you to send you some stickers.
I think we said that they just have to beat one of us.
I mean, we're not going to be stickerlers about that. So one is good enough. So congratulations, Tim All. So you say you have an update to circuit number 1 as well, which wasn't really on the schedule.
Went and revisited circuit number 1. Thought I'd take another run at some of those routes. Honestly, Joshua, looking at your old scores, I don't know how you pulled some of those scores off. Like, I did.
Do you know that was my first shot, and I was like, "That seems good. I'm done."
I did this run like 10 times, and I could not manage to like beat your. I think either
54,125.
Oh no, I beat that. Sorry. I got it. You got
Oh,
ahead.
were you going through all? Okay, just all right.
I've beaten
then just
you.
Go
I have
it.
the top score on circuit 1, but there's a couple routes where you had like 1,000 points on me, and I just couldn't catch you. I just had to nickel and dime it to get 54,000 649, which beats your previous score.
Okay.
So by only like 400 points.
I wouldn't count me out then. Because that was just one shot. What if I give it a second shot? Don't you think I'll blow you out of the water again?
I hope Josh hasn't gone back and tried again, because surely he'll have beaten this score, because this took all my effort.
I didn't have time because of the aforementioned Stonjourner and the circuit number 2.
That's old news, though, Joshua, because it's circuit number 2 in Rotom
congratulations.
Circuit.
Let's see how long you sit on that throne on circuit number 1.
Bridgefield to Giant's Cap. Things to look out for.
Oh, and your score was 54,649. So that is now the one to beat on circuit 1.
What you're going to want to do, I think, on any of these routes, just to get this out of the way, is you wait until it says 1, you hold down forward, and you immediately start tapping A. And that's how you get a boost right out of the gate, which you need.
Tapping A?
Or B.
Okay. Oh.
Tapping A actually says, are you
you
sure
can
you
get
want
a
to cancel
boost
the Rotom?
Like in Mario Kart?
You got to time it perfectly, though.
Uh-huh.
So you scream out of the gate at Bridgefield. That's the only thing you
I'll believe
really
it when I do it.
The only hazard I would say for Bridgefield is you're going to go on a long straightaway and then you hang a quick right. That's tricky. You got to make sure you're ready for it. You got to make sure your camera's pointed that way. And then the only other thing is, as you're approaching the end, there's a couple of tricky roly-colies that will come out, and they won't fade into view until you're right on them.
See, those didn't get me, but is this the one, or this could be Giant's Cap to Hammerlocke Hills. One of them has a clay doll that's floating right around one of the balloons.
That's Hammerlocke Hills to Bridgefield, I think.
Yeah, because that one is really tricky, and that nailed me a couple of times.
Then we've got Giant's Cap. I'm just recapping Circuit 2. Giant's Cap to Hammerlocke Hills. You're going to be tempted to go right around the big rock and hit all those balloons. Not worth it.
No, not worth it.
Gonna kill your points. We've tried it.
You can line it up and hope that you get hit with one of them, which I did, but you should not spend your time.
I think it's crucial to get hit with one of them. I think if you don't get hit with one of them, you restart the run.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Then you're just smooth sailing. It's the shortest run on the whole route, on the whole map. And then finally, Hammerlocke Hills to Bridgefield, one of the longest routes on the whole map. And twistiest. You're screaming down hills. You're constantly shifting left and right. Is there any tricky? There's like a couple of puzzle bubbles that move around, but nothing super tricky.
I think it's relatively. I mean, there's just a number of the balloons are placed in a way that is kind of meandering, so you do have to reorient the screen while you're.
That's honestly
gunning
the
it.
Biggest challenge.
So that one is tough here, and then there are it's always a debate of, are you going to try to risk it, cut through the grass, but you might get nailed with them on?
899 points is what Drew England brought in on circuit number 2. Joshua, to you.
Ouch. 47,146.
Embarrassing.
I only had time to. Well, let me ask you, because this was not a one shot, and in fact, I actually think my first one was better, but I didn't take photos of all of it. I did this thrice, and then I had no more time before this recording. So do you know how many times you did it? I'm just curious. I'm not going to judge you. I mean, this score is record breaker. That's going to be, I think, tough to beat.
I think if you counted all the false starts, because sometimes I would race to the.
Well, I guess I'm not counting.
Sometimes
restarts.
I would start Bridgefield to Giant's Cap and then go back. So I've done Bridgefield to Giant's Cap a ton.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
From there, I have probably done the whole circuit 8 or 9 times.
Wow. All right. Well,
which is a lot. It's like a long circuit.
It's perseverance. So I'll give you that. Not as good as a one shot, but it's good. So 52,899 is the score to beat bug catchers in the Rotom circuit number 2.
I saved up 12,000 watts. I brought them back all to the Digger Brothers, and I went back and forth. I tried to develop a little bit of a strategy on how to get the 25 treasure output. I did manage to get it one more time, but that's the max I can get.
Is there a secret to this?
No, I don't think so.
Can you share any secrets?
Random. Well, the guy on the left will give you fewer things, but they're better, and the guy on the right will give you more things, but
I'm talking about tactics. I'm not talking about
it's
literally
completely
how it
random. From someone who's spent 12,000 watts on it, it feels completely random.
That's what it felt for me. I mean, I these guys, I told you, they remind me of the Property Brothers, and just like them, I never want to see these fucking freaks again in my life.
Okay, you're just going to lose the competition. Because Berry drop.
I've never gotten higher than 15.
Speaking of losing a competition, Berry drop. I think you're still at 16.
Oh, yeah. I'm beating you on that, right? 16 is still the number to beat?
Yeah.
I shook, I think, three or four trees, and I never got more than 8 on this leg.
Yeah, it was a tough week for Berry Shake.
The greedents were very gree this week.
Yeah.
And a cherubi. Sure. I got a cherubi that swung down.
Yeah, the cherubis are starting to fall now, too. And we're starting to get some pretty interesting berries. And coincidentally, Joshua, I think I remained the Curry King.
I thought we determined it's still co-kings of Curry. Because...
Oh, no. Remember we said whoever came back and confirmed the most number of Charizard class dishes in their curry decks would be named the Curry King.
But you still have one and I have one.
You didn't confirm it, though.
How do I confirm it? My original Charizard class is already in this document.
Should take a screenshot of it?
Go scroll the fucking document.
Okay, fine. We're Co-Kings.
Okay, I'm back. Co-King.
If the competition were Milcery class dishes, I'd be winning.
Wait, did you?
A ton of those this week.
Oh, spicy bone curry? That's what I whipped up this week, too.
Spicy bone curry, yeah.
And that was a Milcery class.
It was Tristan.
I think
Did you make it with Tristan?
I think
Tristan?
Yeah, I made it with Tristan.
That's on Route 10, but let's not get to Tristan. Oh, yeah, whatever. We don't have to talk any further about Tristan.
That's just
you can go camping with him if you want.
Housekeeping, I guess. Spilling over into the leg.
How was your spicy bone curry received?
I just had it open. I think they still enjoyed it, even though it was Milcery.
I only got a Copper Raja.
I got Pokemon's HP was restored, status healed, some experience points, and they were friendly, so they still liked it.
Yeah.
What about Copper Raja?
I got a Copper Raja class one. I
haven't seen that one yet.
That's silver. I consider it just as bad as Milcery.
Copper Raja. Very fun to say.
Joshua, we should probably talk about
the gym.
The gym, I guess. Yeah, that's really how it feels. Like you get railroaded into a cutscene, and then you're at the gym. That's the leg this week. I mean, I went out to.
That's why we tacked on Route 10 and Wyndon after this. But yeah,
let's talk about our teams that we brought into fight. Rayhan. In level check.
Level check.
Smellington Smith. Who'd you bring in this week?
Rude.
Tell me about your charged up team of Titan industry men and women.
Yeah, there's a woman now as of last week, so that's good. A little diversity. He's got a. I don't think I'm gonna make that joke.
Coward.
Diversity. He's got a Smith's got a diversity and inclusion initiative.
People go to his website and they at least see one woman on the about us page.
It's cleaning up his act. Darby the Colossal is level 56. Ayrton is a Kling Clang now.
Congratulations.
Level 53.
What's the evolution on that thing? Just straight
That's
up?
It. That's the last. Oh yeah. I mean, you had to wait for a while. I guess it was a Clang last week, but you had to wait until 38, and then I think it's 48 or 49 to get to
pretty long to wait.
Kling Clang, and it's so weak. I mean,
pretty long to wait for that.
I am, the investment hasn't been around that long, so ROI unclear to see so far. But there are other areas that Wellington might want to invest in the coming weeks to see how they perform. But I would say the majority of this team, and this could be the team.
We're at the Elite Four, and you're thinking about
there's a Pokemon
areas of improvement.
There's a Pokemon that Smith saw at Rayhan's collection that he sort of wants to go out and endeavor to bring into his conglomerate.
Okay,
an entrepreneur that he saw.
Let me go. I'm gonna go refresh my memory on who was on Rayhan's team real quick.
Well, you're gonna find out in a second. In the meantime, we have Cubit Conkeldurr is level 57, Siemens the Weezing is level 57, Shillabeer Mudsdale is level 56, and then P.T. Barnum running away with it still, Mr. Rhyme level 61.
Oh right, we talked about it last week.
So what's
I have to find you one, though. You're at my mercy, aren't you?
Yeah, you have to help me find the Duraludon because it has a 1% rate. Although there is someone in Wyndon I can trade with to get one, but I have to get a Frostmoth for that also.
And
you have a Frostmoth? You have a Frostmoth?
No, but I have
Snom. Everybody's got
Snom.
a Snom when you have to spend hours and hours in the fucking freezing cold fighting them. What does Drew...
Can't do it.
Drag England.
It's impossible.
What's dumb England got?
It's bad. It just makes you sound silly.
Drew. Fuck.
Massachusetts. How about them apples? Appleton, level 60. Huge. It's not even like, it's just a friendly little dragon. I don't know. It's not intimidating in any way. New Hampshire, welcome to the team. Old Man of the Mountain, Stonjourner.
There he is.
Level 60. Let me tell you a little bit about Old Man of the Mountain. You know about this?
Please.
You should, because it was on New Hampshire's state coin. That's the best they could come up with. The state coin committee was like, what do you got, New Hampshire? And they're like, we have a little rock on the side of a mountain. It looks like a guy. It looks like sort of looks like an old man's face if you're looking at it from the right angle.
Okay.
And then it fell off.
I mean, it looks sort of like a Transformer face.
Then it crumbled off the mountain.
Oh. When did that
10
happen?
years ago.
Oh, wow.
So now they have nothing.
I clicked on... So I Google image searched Old Man of the Mountain, and I clicked on one of these random ones just to, like, get the profile of it. And the title of the article that it's in says... New Hampshire state rep compares Old Man of the Mountain collapse to the Twin Towers.
Yeah, and I think it was a little bit like that for New Hampshire.
That's from Boston.com. Okay.
You can go there still, and they've set up a very sad little viewing station where you can see a little silhouette of where the Old Man of the Mountain used to be.
Like a vista point in Horizon?
Yeah. It's gone now. Gone, and I guess mostly forgotten. Because I don't think that many people live in New Hampshire.
Frankly, never even heard of it. I heard of New Hampshire, rather, but not this Old Man of the Mountain.
And the Pokemon's just so thanks for nothing. Rhode Island.
Well, you're going to use that goddamn thing for the rest of the game.
Big Blue Bug or Beetle, level 62.
Yeah.
Connecticut, Big Insurance, Greedent, level 60.
Hate it.
Maine, Clamshack, Crawdent, level 60. And, of course, Vermont. Furrier Affinity, slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
Shiny Lopunny, level 61.
Those old French hunters and trappers, what they would have done to furrieraffinity.net.
Imagine that. Imagine like an iPhone just drops out of a portal and it's open to furry affinity. Fur affinity.
Yeah, and it's all in Lopunny. Oh my god. I mean that would be
blow their minds. It would change society.
How many world wars would we have been through by now under that timeline? Or is it the opposite? Utopia. Could be Utopia, probably. More likely than not, it's Utopia rather than Dis.
Josh, let's talk about our battle with Rayon in the Hammerlocke gym.
Did I already give when we
After
first
this
met
break,
him?
Scorched. Joshua, welcome back. Bugcatchers, welcome back. It's Hammerlocke Gym. We're fighting Rayon. He's got dragons.
When we first saw him, did I already give him a trainer banger? I think so. I mean, I need dragon trainer affinity check.
You're giving this guy a trainer banger?
I think he's a banger. I love his little outfit.
Okay. Did you know that he keeps a Rotom as like a subjugate servant? Who he uses him to stream his like battles. Yeah,
is that what you're? I see you actually put a video in here of that.
It makes him float around him at all times.
Oh, is he like a Twitch streamer? Is he streaming all this?
Bit of a gamer. Yeah,
I don't. Okay. I retract. I rescind the trainer banger. Even though he's checking all my other boxes.
Yeah, well, he's a gamer. He's here to stream.
I can't lust after a streamer.
Stream our battle with him. He's got all dragons. And they're all okay. There's only 2 new ones. One's called Sanaconda. It's ugly, but fine.
I think Sandaconda's so
I don't want to start
sweet.
A fight about it. That's why it's not.
I
think it's ugly. Hey, I think it's ugly, but I'm not gonna call it and you make me barf because I don't want to start a fight about it. Also,
okay.
Not to nitpick, it's not a dragon.
Well, Gigalith isn't either.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they thematically, the team fits together, which I like. I think it's a little bit more interesting than just having their one type. Let me tell you about the other new Pokemon that Smith has his eye on as an investment opportunity. Duraludon. That Gigantamax form where it just turns into the really Spire.
Took into
the skyscraper really mode is awesome.
Yeah, looked cool.
Might have to try to recruit it.
Absolutely crushed it though. Rayhan was no problem for me.
I had multiple Mon who had super effective moves on all these, except Sandaconda, weirdly, but that's fine.
Yeah, I think no, I was fine across the board.
This is what's making this playthrough interesting for me is that this is the longest I think I've ever gone, if not maybe closing out the game with no water or grass types is very interesting. And none of them can learn any of those moves right now either.
Appleton knows some grass moves, which I think is the reason he's in my first slot this week. He did a lot of work in this gym. I had that funny little teapot, who honestly I like much better than Stonjourner, and I can't believe I built up this whole idea of I got to get that silly old man of the mountain and have a Stonjourner on my team. And because that little teapot is great.
Tanner was texting me
Poltegeist.
Tanner was texting me nearly daily about when are you getting me that Stonjourner? And I kept saying I literally can't even get to Route 10 yet, man. And I know that it's by the Lake of Outrage as well, but we couldn't even do that until after this last leg. And then I look at I went out there, toiled in the snow, and I got you one. And now you don't even like it.
No, I don't like it. I wish
you wish it would
Poltegeist
would crumble into dust like the old man of the mountain.
Yeah. Sorry if any New Hampshire citizens are still touchy about that one. It's a pretty silly thing, though.
New Hampshireans? What are they? What do you call them?
Hampheads.
Or Granite Stater, that's better.
Yeah, they call us nutmeggers sometimes.
I've heard that.
We already had a perfectly good nickname. Yankees. You don't need to be called nutmeggers.
You're the Yanks. Yeah.
All right. Rayhan catches us on the way out, has a little conversation with Hop and I, and he's like, hey guys, really good battle, really great to see you in there, good luck on your journey. And Hop has the fucking gall in front of me. I'm standing right there, and Hop says to Rayhan, I reckon I'm still the favorite to win, but I'm up against my true rival, Drew England. And I beg to fucking differ on that point. I would not say that you're the favorite to win, Hop. I would say that you're an embarrassment to the sport of Pokemon Championship Cup.
I mean, he's the poster boy for nepotism.
And he's bad at it. He keeps losing. And he certainly has lost every battle to me.
If you're going to take advantage of nepotism, you should at least be talented. And this guy's a fucking hack on top of it.
Nepotism's fine when someone's good at it.
Oh, at the very least.
He's terrible at it.
Wellington Smith Jr., definitely.
Still the favorite to win. Show me, bring me to that fucking betting parlor, Hop. I would love to take that bet. You winning. Yeah, right. Get out of my fucking face. Rayhan's just nodding along. Yeah. Get out of here.
He's live streaming
Route 10.
it. Everyone is fucking just going hog wild on this Hop and decimating him in the chat.
Route 10, snowy mountain route. Well, kind of, just for a little bit. There's kind of a big hill, but right on the other side of the hill, it goes right back to being a beautiful spring valley.
I've said enough about this route. Well, I've covered the terrain. I do have 2 comments, though, about the Pokemon on it.
Okay.
One is, I don't know if you encountered a Cubchoo.
Yeah, and a bear tick. They remain as gross as ever.
And I still think in the earlier generations it was kind of okay and sort of cute, but whereas with each passing generation, the sprites are usually doing favors to the Pokemon, I would say Cubchoo continues to take a nosedive, and by literally a nosedive, I mean now when it comes out, It sniffs up its big, globby, icy snot ball. And then it just globs right back out.
You see?
Yeah.
Everyone's like, no, Cubchoo's cute. And it's like, no, it's got a big snot ball hanging out of its nose.
It's awful.
Imagine touching it. That's always the sniff test on this.
No.
Imagine touching it.
And I don't really like thinking about the beer tick's
snot
beard. It is funny when they chase you, though, because they get down on all four legs and then they just like barrel.
There's that one that always wants you.
By the camp.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Joshy's sweetie was also here. Galarian Darumaka. What a delight.
Who's Galarian Darumaka?
Oh, do you not have that? Maybe
I don't think I saw
it.
Oh, you know what? I know
this delightful
from,
little guy.
I know this from Go. I know it from Go.
An abomination. Other than its Zen mode where it turns into like a snowman, but I don't like the standard Galarian Darmanitan. And I like Unova Darmanitan better. It's not a sweetie, but I think the design's fine. And then I like Galarian Darumaka better than Unova because it's got a little frown and it bounces around and it looks kind of nervous. And if I were that little thing, I would also be very frightened all the time. So I think it's realistic and it's a cutie.
Yeah, I agree.
What were your impressions of Route 10? Anything to report?
I ran into my You Make Me Barf Pokemon out here. Galarian Mr. Mime, something I've run into before. In fact, caught one, sent it to you. It's on your team now.
P.T. Barnum.
But having to battle so many of them, because there's a ton of them.
Yeah, they're the most common, I think. Maybe Sneasel, but I think it's probably Mr. Mime.
I noticed that when he's defeated, he sort of steps back for a moment and then grabs his head as though he thinks perhaps his brain plate has been opened up and his brains are spilling out of his head. And he feels around to make sure his brains aren't spilling out of his head. And then as he's dying, a huge grin comes across his face. And then as he sort of falls, he's grinning. It's really haunting. I'm
mesmerized by this GIF. It is haunting. Yeah, and he holds in his faceplate, and then he kind of moves his hands to the side, and then the smile comes out right as he collapses into the ground.
Yeah, pretty terrifying. That's something out of a horror film.
That's a nightmare.
Otherwise, I honestly think he's kind of delightful. He's like a little tap dancer. He's got a little a little necktie on.
Yeah, Mr. Mime played the long game to get this Galarian version, and then Mr. Rhyme I still just think's great.
But the death mask is pretty upsetting.
That's true. I try not to think about that part too much.
Otherwise, I thought Route 10, honestly, it was sort of hard. A couple of the battles were a little challenging on Route 10 for me.
Yeah, there were some good trainers here.
That team at the end with the camera and the mic.
They had a good team. Heliolisk, Noivern, Klinklang, Togedemaru. Tough.
That Togedemaru, you know what it was? That Togedemaru had fucking spiked barb skin or whatever. That's called.
It's Spike Shield. I think that's
and it's always hailing in Route 10.
Yeah.
So that Togedemaru took down someone with a Spike Shield.
That was part of the reason I had Mr. Rhyme out most of the time here. It was just so I didn't have to deal with more of the animation of getting pelted by hail.
Yeah, the hail's pretty annoying in this area. Especially because it's not even all that effective, It's just I just have to sit through the animations.
Yeah, exactly.
Two of my guys have leftovers, which just heals all the hail damage anyway, immediately afterwards. All right, Joshua.
Wyndon.
You climb the big snowy hill, and right when you get to the summit, you realize you're at the crest of the mountain overlooking Wyndon. It's a beautiful valley down here.
Wyndon Town. Touching down in Wyndon Town.
Itself is a little confusing to sort of behold because appears to be a big gym to the right, but then there's also a big Space Needle, which is also maybe a gym.
Not sure yet.
Hard to say for sure.
Yeah, Ferris wheel, the Big Ben. What do they call it here? Guess we'll find out.
What's a Pokemon name that rhymes with Ben? Morgrem.
What?
Big Morgrem.
Yeah, Big Morgrem. Sure. Not our best. No. Did you have time to do any exploring here? I roamed around.
Yeah, I talked to a few folks.
Yeah, I saw.
I chopped it up a little bit.
I saw another delightful slice of life with the. Did you see the dad and the two little kids who are standing in a line? pretending. If you talk to the kids, then they're like, "Oh, we're pretending to be phalanx."
Yep. I wanted to pull out my phalanx and be like, "Look, I have one."
Yeah. I saw some, I think, protesters who were ranting about how many companies Chairman Rose owns.
Were they protesting?
That's what Smith's impression was, that they were railing against the machine of Chairman Rose's corrupt capitalist empire.
I think I bumped into them. I did not get that impression.
Give us some competition and give us some better items and service.
It sort of felt like idle chit-chat more than anything.
Were they simply asking each other, how many companies does he own again? Maybe.
It was like two NPCs talking, you know? It was sort of that sort of dialogue two NPCs talking might have, you know?
Getting ready to riot.
Yeah. Do you want to talk? I'm very interested in your Sweetie honorable mention this week.
You saw that. Yeah. So you didn't go into this house?
I was, what, the Rotom guy?
Yeah, Rotom guy.
Yeah. No, I did.
So I guess this is Item Finder? The Rotom catalog from some hip-dressed man in one of these houses, the mini row houses.
He's dressed like
a sci-fi. He's one of the
Watts dealers.
Watts guys, the sci-fi outfits. And you fight him, and he's got 3 Rotoms. What is it? Washing machine.
I'm okay with this, by the way. This is Rotom's natural element. Rotom wants to enjoys be a washing machine.
I think it likes inhabiting
oven and a
lawnmower. That was my honorable mention, was specifically the lawnmower one. I love its grin. And I feel like it had the most fun energy. And of those options, you'd be the lawnmower, I think. Because you can roam around easily. And it's probably fun to cut grass if you're a lawnmower, right? I think so.
I think if I'm a Rotom in the wild, I'm switching back and forth between things. I'm probably...
Well, yeah, if you're relaxing
I'm going to be
oven
Rotom when I need to use my hands, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll be washing machine Rotom if I need to do the wash.
Is there a couch Rotom? No, it has to be an appliance.
As we know, Joshua, you can subject Rotom to do anything you want.
I guess
these three are Rotom. What Rotom is making the choice to be these 3, I think.
So I have to take a look at that Rotom catalog.
Tough to think about. What does the Rotom catalog do? I think I looked.
Identifies all of the things that Rotom can go into.
Oh, so if you have a Rotom, you can switch between those things.
Yes. Fan.
Where do I get a Rotom?
There's a fan one.
Where do I get a Rotom?
Yeah, you're going to go back on your thing to find a Rotom. What's that going to be in New England? I don't know.
Eversource, my electricity company. He's ghost type.
And that's sort of that's an iconic. That's sort of an iconic.
They're an iconically bad energy company.
But which one? The Con Edison of New England.
Yeah. All right, Joshua. Let's go battle. Right yes. I'm gonna crush you.
You have time?
Yeah. Let me just text Jack real quick. Just wrapping up.
So you're getting a lot of legs out of that Stonjourner because even if you don't end up continuing to use it, you have handicapped me for this week's battle because I had to spend so much time trying to catch it, and I was so sick of battling all those Pokemon on Route 10.
Listen to this baby whine.
Now all of my Pokemon are somewhat significantly lower levels than yours, so once again I expect I'll get crushed.
Joshua, I'm so confused by you because you know that you can just go out to the wild area, do a ton of Dynamax battles.
What I'm saying
is those EXP
I didn't have as much time because I spent so much time looking for the Stonjourner.
Feed those candies to your Pokemon. How do you think Stonjourner got
3 hours is a lot of time when I don't have a lot, especially when I got a Diablo 4, when I got demons to slay.
You think I don't have demons to slay? You don't think I have icons to slay?
Don't we all, buddy? Okay, I'm setting this up. Ew, some awful guy walking on the street in Wyndon just goes, I always bring up the weather when meeting new people. Fuck you.
What are you, like Dale Carnegie? Leave me alone. Why don't you just... We're right here. We're both on. We're both on the same code.
This is insane that it is... What? How? Did you put it on the internet? Are you on the internet?
Yeah, yes. Not my fault this time. Opposing trainer has been found. Time for a battle.
Still can't believe there's no suits to buy in any of these towns for my outfit.
I haven't changed my outfit since the second episode.
Well, you have a bucket hat and like board shorts, so what else do you need? Greedent versus Wheezing fight. I hate that thing. And I'm concerned about it.
I'm concerned about going up against someone who's, I assume, poison type.
Yeah, I already got you. Toxic.
I can purge it.
How can you purge? Is that spit up? It gets rid of that too?
I know, I don't think so.
Wonder if I should swap in. I mean, the poison's gonna get you one way or another, unless.
Yeah, he's got a lot of hit points, so I just need to outlast it to get 3 charges.
Stockpiled 2. Once the toxic starts negating, yeah, it's negating your health increase though, at least.
I don't even know if I need to do 3. I probably could have gotten you with 2. I guess I only have 3 levels on you. That's not that many. All right, this is going to be the moment of truth. Ooh, that was a pretty big hit.
Toxic is getting pretty rough.
Strange steam.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
I think it's signature. Oh my god. That went down real fast. 1 hit.
1 hit.
Oh, I should have used Memento. Damn it.
But obviously, this thing is fucking toast now. It's lost all its defense chips.
And it's poisoned very severely. That's the hot new strategy for dealing with that thing, I guess.
It didn't work. I killed your guy.
Yeah, but that thing, Greedent killed like
every time.
Greedent killed like half my team last time, I think.
And I'll just give it a berry to cure poison next time.
I'll just poison you again.
Good luck.
Mudsdale's out. Earthquake killed big insurance. They do not like dealing with a big insurance claim. That's true.
Is that thing just pure ground?
Yeah.
What's super effective against ground? Plant. I just did it.
I can't. If you don't know that one by now, I can't help you. I swapped in Mr. Rhyme. Energy Ball probably would have killed Mudsdale. Lopunny's out. Hachi Machi. Now Mr. Rhyme and Lopunny. That is an image.
Oof. Freeze Tries hits hard.
Oh, high jump kick.
Ooh, that barely touched you.
I'm psychic and ice, so it
psychic
balances
ice.
Back out. Oh, you're bouncing?
I'm just getting out of there, Just avoiding that psychic.
No, I probably would have just stuck with high jump kick. Although, on the other hand, it could have missed and then you would have killed yourself, so.
Ooh, the paralysis.
And you got a paralysis out of it, but psychic still lands.
The psychic goes through. Who is that?
Lopunny is out, but Mr. Rhyme has 1/3 of his hit points and he's paralyzed, so. He shan't be tap dancing for much longer. Poor Beetle is out. Oh, Leech Life got me. That was a risky play. If that didn't kill me, I could have freeze-dried you.
I think it would have. There's no way it wouldn't have killed you. It was super effective. Oh, stupid thing.
Colossal is out, which we all know Tanner hates. And here comes Crawdont. Surprising amount of damage for that to be not very effective. Heat Crash. Conkeldurr is out. He's swords dancing. The Crawdont. What I should have done now. Damn it. Crab Hammer. Ouch. 150 damage. But I lived. I lived to Hammer Arm. 1-hit KO.
I thought about sword dancing again, but.
Well, it's a good thing you didn't do that. At least you got a hit in. A big hit, to be fair. And it's 3-4. I have the edge right now, surprisingly. Oh, let him go down to Big Blue Bug's Psychic. He performed his duties. Try to get you with the Colossal again. Stonjourner is out. Tar-shotted.
Stonjourner's already extremely slow.
Yeah, but now my Heat Crash will be good.
What are the other Pokemon you still have? What's dead so far for you? I've lost track.
I don't remember. Mr. Rhyme, Conkeldurr,
Mudsdale,
Weezing.
Conkeldurr, and Weezing, but Weezing's almost dead, right?
No, Weezing's dead. Mudsdale's not.
Oh, Mudsdale.
Okay, let's keep it moving, because I got a meeting at 3 also.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
Decide if I should... Dynamax.
I like how it puts its big stones under it, like legs, when it comes out. Wait, what?
What'd that say?
What did it say?
I ate through it.
It said that I couldn't move for some reason? What?
I don't know. Keep going. We gotta go.
Woof. Colossal's out. I don't know what happened there. That my heat crash didn't connect. Because it would have been good after a tar shot. Mudsdale's back out.
Oh, he's Dynamaxing.
Obviously. Let's Max Quake that thing. My Max Quake brings all the boys to the yard. Is that something?
It's probably going to really hurt it.
Wait, why did you go? How is that thing faster when your speed has been lowered on top of it?
Well, it didn't matter. All I could use is Max Knuckle because I have Choice Band on.
Yeah, but this would have fucking killed you in one shot. So I don't want to lose almost half my health. There's no way this is not going to one-shot you. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh, right. Well, now you're back to normal size.
Why am I faster than you?
How are you fat? What?
That was like a Hail Mary, because I just assumed that you would go first.
Superpower killed me. That's insanity. You how many? You had 4 levels on me? 5? Well, it's curtains for me then, because it's Kling Clang now.
Well, I can only use one move. Oh no, that was when I was Dynamaxing. Oh, it's weird that they didn't... That didn't...
I don't really know what just happened. But Stonjourner is dead. That really grinds your gears, huh?
What, Stonjourner died?
Because I used Gear Grind. That he died.
Oh, yeah.
Joke.
What level is this thing at? Because actually, neither of my last 2 Pokemon are very good against it.
Yeah, but I'm not going to have any good moves to deal with this. Appleton versus Kling Clang. I'm shifting gear. Oh, it's got high horsepower? I never would have expected that. I thought it was... Well, it used to be Mudsdale's signature move. I guess not anymore. And why would Appleton even know that?
I don't know. I don't
see any high horsepower energy coming from it. Oh.
I had a TR, and it could learn it, and I was like, it'd probably be pretty helpful for that thing to know a high-power ground move.
All right. Rest in peace.
All right. I beat Joshua. Actually, it was a lot closer than I care to admit, but I did beat him.
I did get you down to 2, or I think 2.5 or something. 2. Yeah, 2.
Thank you for joining us. This has been Experience Share. It's a Pokemon podcast. As always, my name has been Stonjourner, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Stonjourner. Please do rate and review the show on Apple Podcasts, and do follow the show everywhere that you follow podcasts, and do follow us at EXPSharePod on Twitter and Instagram.
And check out our subreddit, reddit.com/r/bugcatchers, where you can do your own level checks with the rest of the community. And you can also go to expsharepod.com and buy some merch.
That's it for us this week, Joshua. We have to go.
Champions Cup next week.
Champions Cup next week. Yes.
We'll see you there.
We'll see you there. Goodbye, bugcatchers.
Cheers, alola, and smell you later.